Hefty's the name, shiny hunting's my game. Gotta catch 'em all, nothing's ever the same. With my trusty football, I'm always on the spree. No shiny can escape, they all come to me. Shiny after shiny, it's never enough. I'm on a quest, and it can get rough. From Palatown to Johto and beyond, I'm the shiny hunter, the bond is strong. I've caught 'em all, every shiny you can name. Kanto region, Johto region, I've conquered the game. Hefty is the king, the one who never quits. Caught 'em twice, now that's the real deal. No tricks. I've conquered the game. Hefty's the king, the one who never quits. Caught 'em twice, now that's the real deal. No tricks.
What is going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. Welcome on in. Dragonic, Big Cheese Thuros, Mighty Munchkin, Football Goat, Ivana Antic, Shiny 037. Happy birthday, my friend. Old Nintendo, good to see you as well, sir. Kirk 4A, good to see you. On this day, the universe said, I choose you, and we're forever grateful. Happy birthday, Shiny 037. All right, let's go ahead and get started, and why don't you guys tell me how your week went? That's what we usually do, right? All right, first check of the day. Is it shiny? It is not. Boo. Very much sadness. How often does Shiny send me smack talk? Probably like 3 times a day. You did try a cheese, and that's what matters. Lou, you swallowed a bug for sure. I'm sorry to hear that. Week was good. Got some shiny Pokemon. Who'd you get, Dragonic? What shinies did you get? Loops, hello, good morning, or I guess good afternoon. You love Sugar Smack cereal? This is true. Oh, come on, our Aerodactyl, whatever your name is. Remember the Kaboom and King Vitamin cereal? I don't, Kirk. I don't remember that. You haven't been to any streams like a month? Holy smokes. That's a long time, Lou. That was cheesy. Yes, yes it was. I expect no less from my big cheese. You're both big and cheese. Yes, you are. The biggest and the cheesiest. Come on, Aerodactyl. You're the last shiny we need for this challenge. You got to show up today. You got your 40 or your 94th Shalfa. It was a Luminion and Pogo. You got a shiny Piplup and a shiny Palmy with a special background. Dang, that's awesome, Dragonic. I have yet to get a shiny with the special background. That's awesome. You did not get up on stage last night? What the heck, Cheese? Why not? Lou, I'm glad you've been great, man. Where am I from? I look German. Interesting. I am from the United States of America. Where are you from? Employ every tactic you knew. You even called your contact? Well, at least you tried. Shiny birthday mark, Oshawa. Good luck on that, Shiny 037. I hope you get a Destiny mark on that Oshawa. Serbia. Okay, you're from Serbia. Well, that's awesome. I feel like you've told me that before. I just forgot because I have a terrible memory. I'm sorry. Time with mom was good. We had a nice time. But you know, a week with your mom staying with you when you live by yourself normally can be somewhat of a long time. So it was nice to just have a little me day to myself yesterday. Good afternoon, Project Yoshi. All Nintendo, thank you for the shiny luck. Come on. Where you at? There you are. No shiny. I fixed the counter. It's counting correctly this time. It was double counting some of the Ultra Sun checks last week, but I was able to fix that. You have a new Australian Shepherd. It's a girl, and you think she's pregnant. Uh-oh. Kirk, are you ready to have more kids? What happens in Sword and Shield when it's your birthday? If you go into the Poke Center, they'll throw a little party for you with like confetti and stuff, but no Destiny marks or anything like that. It's just a little extra animation. Is Legends Arceus good? Oh yeah, it's a great game. It's you know, a very unique Pokemon game with the battle mechanics and everything. A lot of people seem to like it. I thought it was really fun, and the shiny hunting is fun in that game. I don't play it as much as other games just because I like to get all my shinies in a Premier Ball, and Premier Balls are not available in that game. If I could get Premier Balls in Legends Arceus, we might still be even playing it today. But yeah, definitely a great game. Definitely worth the money. Good morning or good night. Enjoy a hot cup of coffee with us and share the delight. That's right. You're fond of the top-down Pokemon games? Oh yeah, I mean they're classic, right? They are definitely classic. I think this is the first Pokemon that we've hunted for a second time. I did get an Aerodactyl in Sword and Shield last summer to catch in a Premier Ball. So I think this is the first time we've hunted for a Pokemon we've already hunted for on the channel. HD 2D Pokemon game like Octopath, that'd be pretty neat. I've been hearing good things about that Octopath game. I still haven't checked it out. Would you recommend it? Come on. If we do get this early, I think we'll just go back to doing some Poliwhirl SOS hunting for the rest of the stream. But once we finish this challenge, once we get this Aerodactyl, the next stream will be the beginning of our Ultra Sun Nuzlocke, which I'm very excited about. Chef's Kiss. Yeah, I need to check it out. It's been a long time since I played like a legitimate RPG. I used to love RPGs. Oops. Gonna make some blood burgers tomorrow. It's basically burgers made out of blood sausage. Interesting. I don't think I've ever had blood sausage. Have I chosen a starter? No. And in the spirit of true Nuzlocke, I will not be choosing a starter either. So what'll happen with the starter is we will spin a wheel. A third, or actually 30% of the wheel will say Rowlet, 30% of the wheel will say Litten, 30% of the wheel will say Poplio, 5% of the wheel will say My Choice, and 5% of the wheel will say Chat's Choice. So what'll happen is whenever that stream is, whenever that first Nuzlocke stream is, from before the stream starts, I'll have a poll up where you guys will pick which starter you want me to have, and in case it lands on that 5% um, chat's choice, we'll go with whatever's leading in the poll. Battle mechanics are similar to Bravely Default. Another game I have not played, but I've heard good things about. Hassan, hello, good morning, my friend. The odds are wild, right? Harrison's Life, what's going on? Good to see you. Oh, you're H Gaming. Oh, your channel got deleted. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, H Gaming. Sorry to hear that. Also, Chef's Kiss, I believe it. I've heard nothing but good things. But you're back. That's right. You're back and better than ever. Do you want me to keep calling you H Gaming, or you want me to call you Harrison? Slowpoke, good evening to you. You're from the original Final Fantasy days? Same here. Same here. I played all the Final Fantasy games and beat all the Final Fantasy games 1 through 10-2. 11 was the MMORPG, which I bought and played for a little bit and then quickly didn't like it. 12, I picked up and played, but never really got very far. And then same with 13, and that was the last one I played. But I would say 10-2 is the last one I actually really enjoyed. For H Gaming, you got it. You got it. Hey, your choir banquet on Friday, and superlatives were announced. You're voted the friendliest boy in the class. That's awesome. You're a goat. Thank you. So are you. That's still a good thing, right? Oh, no worries, Harrison. Or, I mean, H Gaming. I'll keep calling you H Gaming. My short-term memory might give out on me a couple times, so you might have to remind me. No, I don't think you'll even have to remind me. I just might say Harrison by default and then correct myself right away. Beat Final Fantasy 3 on DS and have X and X2, but not spent time on it yet. Those are good ones. I like them. They grew on me. 3 was great. Yeah, so like back when I was a kid, I never played the first one. I played the second one on Nintendo, and then I played 3 on Super Nintendo, which was actually 6. And I enjoyed that. Then I played 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 2. And then when they started releasing the classic games on the Game Boy Advance and DS, I picked those up, and I was able to play through 1 through 5, and I really like them. So I didn't play them like when they first came out because a lot of those were Japanese only. But I did end up playing them down the road. I think either 4 or 5 might have been my favorite of the old school, like pre-6. They were both a lot of fun to play on the... I can't remember if they were on the Advance or the DS, but they were a lot of fun. I think I still have them. Guys, we do have a sub goal of the day, trying to get up to that beautiful 2095 number. We are only 3 subs away from hitting that sub goal, so I'm just going to put it out there. Squirrelbo, what's going on? Good to see you. Last day of school is Tuesday, and then you're a high school graduate. That's crazy. Only 2 days left. Then you're all done. How does it feel? And I'm assuming that tomorrow and Tuesday are pretty much throwaway days. I can't imagine there's too much going on. Fun fact, you can make an Eevee evolve into a ghost type by a special stone called a brick. Nice, Ryan. I like that. That's a good one. You're in good company? Heck yeah. The last day of school is like the 30th, so you got a couple weeks left to go. What, 12 days? Uh, no, H gaming. I will. I will. If that's what you want, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just saying that my short-term memory when I stream is not the best, so I might accidentally call you Harrison a few times, but I'll correct myself right away. Thank you for the like, Old Dragonic, and thank you everybody for the likes. Other than that, pretty much throwaway days. Yeah. Oh, you have your final exams for AP Lit and Psychology. But yeah, other than that, pretty much throwaway days. I remember my last week of school, like the last week of, like um, seniors had finals like a couple weeks before the school year ended for everybody else. So, and I happened to not, I think out of the entire week, I think there was only like one day that I had an afternoon final. I think most of my finals were in the morning. So most of that week, like we go to school in the morning and take our finals, and then after lunch we would just take off and like go hang out at a diner or hang out at people's houses and watch movies. That was a fun time. AP exam was awful. Your essays were garbage. Oh no! Yikes. Hey, you know what though? Cheers to you for being in AP classes to begin with. That shows that you are a very smart person. And I think we already knew that, Hassan. It's just nice that other people in real life can recognize that. What stream gonna be? You want to get the last shiny? So then after we find the Aerodactyl, the following stream will be the first stream of the Ultra Sun Nuzlocke, which I'm looking forward to doing. I've never done a Nuzlocke on stream. It's not gonna be a shiny only Nuzlocke. It's just gonna be straight up regular Nuzlocke. But it should be fun. And I have no delusions about me, finishing it on the first attempt. But I think it's gonna be a good time. Not quite cheese. It was more like sitting at the table at the diner and just like drinking coffee and acting like we were cooler than we were. Let's get this shiny today, right, Slowpoke? We do need to. I even made like a final episode, thumbnail for this stream. I don't know if anybody noticed it. There's a little callback to when we first started this challenge. It's gonna be hard to say goodbye to your favorite teacher, though. You got to play Pokemon Coliseum. Nice. He didn't finish it, but he played some of it. I'm looking forward to playing that game again. If I ever get a Nintendo Switch 2. Which, by the way, I did get a follow-up email from Nintendo Friday night. I got a follow-up email from Nintendo Friday night about buying the Switch 2. And basically it said, hey, sorry we haven't sent you an email yet. We have more people sign up than we expected. You're still on the schedule to receive an email to buy your Switch 2. We just don't know when it's going to be. So I was like, all right, well, not really much of an update, but at least I know it's still a thing. So, I guess that's better than nothing. You found a Milcery, you're going to get a shiny birthday cake. Sweet. Tooth Toots, what's going on, shinies? The man who started this challenge in the first place? So you're saying there's a chance. Exactly. I mean, they didn't say I wouldn't get to buy it. They just said there's more people than they expected, so I have to be patient. And I've talked about before, like, of course I would like to get the Switch 2 on, release day, but I have no reason that I need to, right? As long as I get some time in the next couple months, I'm fine. It's not like we're going to be doing a lot of streaming from the Switch 2 until ZA comes out anyway. Do I think I'll get the shiny today? I hope I do. I hope I do. No, we can't legally own the Switch 2, only the license to play it. You're talking about because of the game license keys. Now, from what I understand, that's not going to be every game. That's just going to be some games. But yeah, I am not thrilled about the big push from physical to digital. I like being able to have the choice. What do you call three Italians running a salon? I am scared to find out, Shinies, especially because I don't think I have any mods here at the moment. But thank you for the 28 months of membership. That's fantastic. Thank you so much, buddy. Seriously, thank you for everything you do for this channel. For good or for bad. The big screen Superman only has two origin stories, the OG one and the Snyder films. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, Superman 78 and yeah, Man of Steel. Although I'm guessing from the trailer of the new Superman movie with like there's at least a couple shots of like young Clark hanging out with Pa Kent. I'm sure there's going to be some background to it. What game am I playing? On the top screen, I'm playing Pokemon Ultra Sun. On the bottom screen, I'm playing Pokemon Shield. In both games, I'm looking for the Aerodactyl. Where's the shiny dead Dactyl? Where is he? Where's shiny dead Dactyl? What's going on? Someone silly. Good to see you. Excited to see the Superman movie? I am too. I think it looks pretty good. What do you call a mutual breakup between two chiropractors? I don't know. What do you call a mutual breakup between two chiropractors? A joint decision. I like it. Thank you for the lurk, someone silly. What do you call it when Willie Nelson finally makes a pick? I don't know, Big Cheese. What do you call it when Willie Nelson finally makes a pick? Um, yeah, Superman Returns was a sequel. It wasn't a reboot. Annihilator's moving the works, so might have finally debut in the MCU. I would love for Annihilation to be a story. I remember reading Annihilation several years ago and thinking it reads like an epic movie series. People have been making people not want to watch Superman movie that's coming out when Don't Judge Before You See It. Um, yeah, from what I've heard, and this is all like secondhand. I've heard there's some people that were big fans of the Zack Snyder universe that are upset that's getting tossed out for the James Gunn universe. So they're like purposefully, like calling the new Superman movie dumb and stupid, which they're more entitled to do. But I don't really pay too much attention to what other people think about movies and stuff. I'd like to make my own opinion. Playing a game so you won't text as much? Oh, no worries, H Gaming. I would expect nothing less from H Gaming. Um, Same thing. What do you call when Willie Nelson finally makes a pick? Same thing. I don't get it. Never believed chiropractor could solve your back problems. 2 weeks later, you stand corrected. Oh my goodness gracious! I love some chiropractor humor. A joint decision. Oh. So the pun is the same for each joke. That's funny. Big Hit movie. It's already 7 out of 10 for you because of Nathan Fillion. What? Explain. Explain, Loops. Try to keep it semi PG. I was confused. Really? He's Guy Gardner? I didn't put that together. It's funny how much a hair makes a person. I saw Guy Gardner several times in that trailer, and I didn't put together that it was Nathan Fillion. Firefly fan? Actually, no. Here, okay. So don't hate me. Don't cancel me. Don't unsubscribe. New profile pic. Very nice. Nice transition maker. There is no reason in the world why I shouldn't like Joss Whedon. Um, everything that I like, all my nerdities, everything that with my hobbies and everything says I should like Joss Whedon. I have tried several times to get into Buffy and Firefly. I actually own the entire Firefly series. That's how much I was convinced I was gonna love it. I've never made it past like episode 3. I don't know what it is. It's just not my thing, and I just feel like there's something missing within me. I don't understand it. It it's unexplainable. It shocks me as it does you. You get to see Firefly. You mostly love him because of his role as Cade Six in Destiny. I like him. What do I like him from? I mean, I know I like him. I'm just trying to figure out where I started to like him. I never watched Castle. Never watched The Rookie. It might have been. It might have been Dr. Horrible's sing-along vlog. Maybe that's where it started. And like he had like a guest appearance on Lost, and I remember when he had the guest appearance on Lost. I was really excited they got Nathan Fillion. Big Bang episode? No, I'm not really a Big Bang fan. What if there were 10 million Fireflies? That'd be crazy. You wouldn't believe your eyes? I wouldn't either. But yeah, I know there's something wrong with me. I completely understand it if you guys are mad at me. I'm mad at myself. But for some reason, I just can't get into Firefly. I've tried multiple times. And like I like the whole cast too. 60, 70 checks for Regirock, no luck yet. What the heck, Dragonic? Come on now. That stinks, bud. The Rookie's a good show. I've heard The Rookie's a good show. I've heard The Castle's a good show. I've just never watched them. You call it shiny hunting rhymes with grug? Oh, what, drug? Come on. Sir Ralph McCunts, what's going on, bud? Jerry Not So, what's going on? Good to see you, man. No, I didn't stream yesterday. I dropped a notification in the Discord. My mom, why aren't you connecting? My mom came to visit for Mother's Day last week, and she stayed from Thursday until Thursday. And plus, I worked all week, Monday to Friday. So yesterday, I just needed a me day. I just needed a chill day where I didn't have to do anything, which was really nice. Especially because I mowed the lawn yesterday morning when I normally would have been streaming. Got it done by noon. And after that, it got really, really hot for a couple of hours, and then it poured down rain. So if I wouldn't have mowed the lawn when I did yesterday, I probably wouldn't have been able to mow it all this weekend. So it worked out well. But no, I just needed a day to myself where I didn't have to do anything or interact with anybody or whatever. And it was nice. It was relaxing. It was therapeutic. Did you find a way to watch that horror movie I told you about? Not yet, H Gaming. Not yet. I still need to do that. Do you have faith in Newcastle at this point since you won a trophy this season with the game today? She's so stressed. Don't give up. Don't give up, Loops. Come on now. You got to believe. I am doing well, Jerry. It's good to see you, man. Be even better to see this Aerodactyl, right? Am I right? Started watching a new show yesterday. My friend had been telling me to watch it for a couple weeks now. It's on HBO Max called The Studio with Seth Rogen. I watched the first 3 episodes yesterday, and it's hilarious. Definitely not kid friendly, definitely an R-rated show, but it is absolutely hilarious. Because a win puts you in second in the league, and a loss means you have to win your last game in order to be in the Champions League next season, which you desperately need. Well, then I look at it this way, Loops. The chance of them winning 1 out of the next 2 games is very high. So obviously you want to win today, but if they don't win today, I feel very confident that they'll win the next game. Fire Red's my favorite GBA game. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, Transition Maker, I don't know what you're going on about. For anyone that may not be aware, this is a brain rot free zone. I am old and I don't get memes. Yeah, I would say Fire Red is probably my GBA game. I like the Gen 3 games, but there's something cool about seeing Kanto like with updated graphics for the first time, plus the addition of the Sevi Islands, and you can get a lot of Gen 2 Pokemon on them. I just felt that it had more. I can't say replayability. I don't know what it was. I mean, it's tough, right? I mean, all the Gen 3 games are awesome. I can't say any of them are bad. But I think I probably put the most time into Fire Red. I don't know what you said either, old Nintendo dude. But you know what? I respect the attempt. Come on, Aerodactyl. Come on, Aerodactyl. I want to do some Poliwhirl SOS hunting. Jerry, how's mom doing? Villy, good morning, Villy. Villy, guess what I updated? Vilify Exile is one of the best mods in the game and such a dear friend. For over 3 years, she's been my hug buddy. I love you. He's good. Had brekkie yesterday and she's gotten into pocket. Oh, sweet. Did you pull anything good yet? No immersives yet? We will be opening up 6 packs today. I got to the point where I made a spreadsheet on Friday and wrote down all the cards for the new set that I still need. And then I put the pull rates next to each one of them, and then sorted them by pack, and then did averages and totals to find out that even though I need less cards, or I should say I need fewer cards from the Solgaleo packs, I currently have a higher chance of getting a new card in Solgaleo packs. So that's what we're going to do. Pocket feeling like one diamond simulator right now, right? It's been a few days since I've gotten anything good. I did get a couple more full arts this past week, but nothing like crazy. Still no immersives since the Lily. Still no gold cards since the Pokeball. I did manage on the last day to get that full art Rayquaza for if we're doing 50 battles. I did get that one, which I was happy about. Which was a pain in the butt. And like, look, I know someone's gonna say, "Oh, you can just do solo battles," and someone else is gonna say, "Oh, you can do auto battles," and someone else is gonna say, "Oh, you can just do like the easiest battle there is." Yeah, I did that. I did 50 solo auto battles against the easiest battle in like the tutorial section. It was still a pain in the butt because I have to check it every couple minutes, see that I beat it, open up a new battle, set to auto battle, set it going. It's like collecting eggs in Scarlet and Violet. You still got to keep a pretty close eye on it. But it got done. Just pull the full art Solgaleo. You like it better than the gold card? Nice. I still don't have any Solgaleo cards at all, which is another reason why I want to open up Solgaleo packs. You can do auto battles. Thank you, Slowpoke. You're a big help. We got Wordle and 4 today. Very nice, Dragonic. And I did a few trades yesterday with a friend, and I found out, I didn't realize this, because I've only ever done one trade before. I did a trade with Kieran and got him a Blastoise EX that he needed. I didn't realize that for very basic cards, it doesn't use any of the trade dust or whatever it's called. I need to trade a friend a few cards for a set that he's putting together. He recently got into Pocket, so he was just looking for a few basic cards that I had, just to save him some time from like trying to get them in the packs. And it cost me the tokens. You can only do like 5 trades a day or whatever. It cost me the tokens, but it didn't cost me any of the trade dust, which I was happy about. 3-head Roadrunner, what's going on? Good to see ya. Keep my name out your mouth. I did not mention your name once, Shinies. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, Will Smith said that. Yes, he did. I'm doing well. How you doing? The trading gummies, is that what we're calling them? The gummies? Yeah, it doesn't use any of those. It uses like the same type of thing as like doing like um event battles or wonder picks. You have like 1 to 5 of those tokens. It uses up one of those. But as far as like the gummies or whatever, um Trading supporter cards don't require gummies. Okay, is that what it is? They look like they taste good? They do, it's true. Shinies, I just want to let you know that YouTube blocked that comment. I don't have a problem with the comment, and it's now been unhidden. I just think it's important you know that YouTube hid that comment. Wonder Pick is what you call it when you stick your finger in your nose in the morning. My goodness gracious. YouTube can eat your dirt? Wow. That's harsh talk. You doing good today? I'm glad to hear that. Fertilized dirt? Gross. It can eat your night soil. It's been a long time since I had a night soil. There's a mess to clean up. I mean, I'd imagine. Night soil, wasn't it on after Cheers? Yes, yes it was. Alright, come on, Shiny. Come on, Shiny. Show up now. Mississippi Dactyl, won't you keep on shining for me? Doing fighting types only in Scarlet, and your team so far is Quaxwell, Palmont, Flamigo, Rawls, Trying to Train, and it's almost evolving, and Mankey. That's actually a pretty cool team. I like that. Even though it's all fighting types, you got some good type coverage there too. So you know how people can do challenges and they can do that's what fighting types only is just fighting types? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I get that it's all fighting types, but even though it's all fighting types, with the secondary types you're getting good type coverage, which is neat. W built, by the way, is awesome. I believe it. You haven't lost more than once. Have you done 2 battles? Um, so you know how like monotype runs are like just like what Three Head Roadrunner's talking about, where you choose one type and you play the game using only Pokemon that have that type. I didn't understand that for a long time, and I assumed that monotypes meant like a monotype. So like you wouldn't be able to use dual types. You could only use Pokemon from a certain type, and that's their only type. The guy, what's going on? Good to see ya. What else is crazy about the run, Three Head Roadrunner? 15 to 20? Nice. No, I don't doubt it. You're a good strategist, Nick. People don't give you enough credit for that. You always have good strategies. It's just sometimes when you're streaming, you have brain farts and forget what the strategy was. You swallowed a bug? Oh no. You're naming fighting types, you've forgotten about Breloom, Lucario, Toxicroak, and Gallade. Those are amazing fighting types in my opinion. I'm a huge fan of Breloom, and I'm a huge fan of Krogunk. Heracross, yep, that's a fighting type too. Has anyone done like a mono type run, like where, for example, you can only use Pokemon on your team that are monotype grass? I guess that wouldn't really be possible for a lot of games. But like, okay, let's say like in Kanto, like if you did um, fire monotype, and so you had No, even that wouldn't work because Charizard's flying. So you did like Squirtle, Psyduck, Goldeen. Good morning, Amber. How you doing? Yeah, Lucario is a pretty awesome fighting type. Magmar, Arcanine, and Rapidash if you did Fire and Kanto. Yeah, it would be a pretty small team, wouldn't it? I mean, I guess you'd have to go Water in Kanto. I mean, you wouldn't have to, but it'd be silly not to. Imagine doing a Fire only run in Diamond or Pearl. Is Monferno fighting type or is it just Infernape? I think Monferno is fighting type, isn't it? So your entire team would be a Chimchar and a Rapidash. Sounds like you've challenged us. Do it. Yeah, Monferno is fighting. Yeah, so Chimchar. Chimchar and Rapidash. That's your team. Chimchar, Rapidash, 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 Rapidash. Anyone else when they first started playing Pokemon, were they like me where like I wouldn't do type coverage. I wouldn't learn any moves that weren't offensive and the type of the Pokemon. So like I have like a Charizard with Flamethrower, Fire Blast, Fire Spin, and Ember. Anyone else do that when you first started out? No status moves, all offensive moves, and it had to be the type. You're still oblivious most of the time. First team was a mono water team. Was it really, Lips? Who all did you have on it? You have to use an app to keep track of yours. Magmortar, Arcanine, Rapidash, Chimchar. Magmortar, if I remember correctly, in Diamond and Pearl, you can't get until post game. And I don't remember Arcanine being in Diamond and Pearl. You had big man, the little guys when you ran through yellow for the first time. Nice. Infernape had 3 fire moves in close combat because big number. Yeah, exactly. My first ever Pokemon was Squirtle in Pokemon Blue. I bought Blue before I bought Red. I didn't understand how the game worked yet, and I saw that Red had Charizard on it, and I saw that Blue had Blastoise on it, and I knew I wanted to get Squirtle, so I thought I had to buy Blue. But Squirtle is my first ever Pokemon, and still one of my favorite water types ever. I remember still very, very well. I remember playing through Blue for the first time, and I had a Squirtle, I had a Caterpie, and maybe a Pidgey on my team. I probably had a Pidgey, probably a Rattata too. And I fought, I think it was Bugcatcher Joey or whichever one it is, the one right to the right of Viridian Forest, like after you get out of Viridian Forest. Or no, not at Viridian Forest. To the right of Pewter City. Like when you go to the right of Pewter City after beating Brock, there's a bug catcher there. It might be the short pants kid. And he had a Caterpie on his team. And after the battle, it started this animation where it said, "Oh, Caterpie's evolving," and I was like, "Oh, that's neat. His Caterpie's evolving now." And I didn't realize until it was over that it was my Caterpie that evolved, and I was like, "Wait, what? This is crazy." That's how much I didn't understand about the Pokemon games back then. Um, Picking Squirtle in red feels wrong. Exactly. You got your shiny Kecleon around 9K and a month of real time. JDX, congratulations. That's incredible. I'm sorry it took so long, but holy smokes, what a cool hunt. I'm glad you were able to finish it. Fernape was level 100 and the rest of the team level 40ish. That sounds about right. Stack encounter hunt? Yes, and this is a stack encounter hunt. Unfortunately, since Aerodactyl is a flying type Pokemon, I can't get it to spawn under me like I would with other statics. So I just have to whistle and make it encounter me on Shield. Old Nintendo dude, have a great day, buddy. Thanks for being here. My first shiny ever was actually a shiny Unknown Sea in Fire Red or Leaf Green. I can't remember which one. And I traded away on GameFAQs for a Zubat because I really wanted to get a shiny Crobat. Little did I know that years later I get like a billion shiny Zubats. Five Watermons and a Breloom, and the Watermons are Swampert, Pelipper, Sharpedo, Kyogre, and Gyarados. Nice. Blastoise is the best in base because Charizard is super overhyped and weak to everything. I like all three starters in Gen 1. I like the Gen 1 starters, but for me, nothing will ever beat Squirtle or Turtle Blastoise. First shiny was a full odd shiny Poochyena and Emerald. Nice. Please tell me it wasn't the oh no, that's Zigzagoon, right? In Emerald is Zigzagoon, the uncatchable Zigzagoon. I've only gotten one shiny in Emerald. However, that was Mew, so I'm okay with that. Thank you for the lurks, Dragonic. Eradicate and Heart Gold, you KO'd it. Oh no. You got Zig twice on your starter hunts? No! Oh, that's terrible. Good luck, thank you. So, did anyone here watch any of the Eurovision finals yesterday? I watched the first, I think, 16 acts with some friends yesterday. Call it a rug, rhymes with grug. Yeah, again, Transition Maker, I still don't know what you're talking about. Only managed to get Zig 3 times in Sapphire while you got your two Mudkips and your Torchic. You hunted the second Mudkip for your wife and you're significantly more lucky than the first hunt. Nice. Under 1K, that's crazy. You're not watching anymore after last year? Uh-oh, what happened last year? But I heard Austria won the whole thing. Like I said, I had to take off after the first like 16 acts. So I was happy the Austria run. I do have a good friend from Austria. And if Austria didn't win, I'm pretty sure she would have gone on a rampage and destroyed a whole bunch of stuff. I watched The Croods years ago, like when it first came out. I watched it. Since 2012, lame and too political. Is it? I have no idea. I just watched it for the first time yesterday. They disqualified the Netherlands for no reason. Whoa. I didn't know that. Yeah, I don't really know anything about it. What about the second? No, just saw the first one. Well, I didn't mean to bring up such a controversial topic. I apologize. Now I know. Prior to yesterday, the only things I knew about Eurovision were two things. One was what was that movie? There was a movie. There was a comedy movie that involved Eurovision. Whoops. Um, I'm blanking on what it was right now. And two, a couple years ago, um, Electric Callboy submitted one of their songs for Eurovision and got turned down. Every major sports league besides maybe golf and bowling, darts, hockey have become political vehicles. Yeah, I mean, I've heard that. And the second Grug says, I call it a rug, rhymes with Grug, and you call this a ride, rhymes with Grug, and people make memes out of it. Okay, yeah, that's brand new to me. I don't know memes. Shinies, I'm going to go ahead and just delete that message because I know you're just saying that to get a rise out of people, and we're not going to do that here. Ooh, you failed a shiny? Dang. Been making Grug memes since 2020. Y'all act like 2020 was so long ago. It wasn't. Definitely feels like it. COVID. How crazy is it that the COVID outbreak was half a decade ago? Half a decade. There's a shiny Axion Violet and you were very low leveled and it killed you with Dragon Rage. Aw, dang, that stinks, buddy. You're probably so surprised to see it that you didn't think about saving before you encountered it. George Orwell. What's going on, Ari? No, I understand the meme now, Transition Maker. It's pretty self-explanatory. I just had never heard of it before. But you did catch a shiny Violet after you died to Axew? That's good. You're deliriously tired. Were you up late? 135 fortnights ago. That's a lot of fortnights. Shiny Citadel, now Cititan? Nice. Consecutively too little sleep for the last week. You need to sleep more. Why don't you just sleep? World could definitely use less people trying to copy Fortnite. Never played. Well, I can't say I've never played Fortnite now. I have played Fortnite once. I had no idea what was happening, and I didn't do well, and I never got invited back. Could have stopped before the word shrine. Shrine what? I Oh, the world could definitely use less people. Shinies, did you like take a bitter pill this morning or something? Because responsibilities. Nah, I'm teasing Ari. I know it's not always that simple. JDX, Shiny's actually plays a lot of Fortnite. You 11 p.m. Then all you want to do is play Minecraft or read. I get that. Yeah, I know it's like to not be tired when it's time to go to sleep. It's aggravating. Someone silly, thank you so much for being here. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for the luck. Dumb brain and body, right? Fortnite and Dead by Daylight at this point are also just just a vehicle for IP advertisements. Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about it, but it does feel like everyone and their mother is doing some sort of crossover or event or something in Fortnite. I mean, the Sabrina Carpenter thing, like, that was crazy. Yes, James, that is correct. Clear the school tournament, and then you talk to somebody. I can't remember who it is. You talk to somebody in the school, and they'll tell you like, "Hey, we need you to go do research on terror raids," and then you clear 10 5-star raids, and then you get access to the 6. Five Nights at Freddy's animatronics on Dead by Daylight. That's crazy. Billie Eilish fan got you back into pop. I like some of Billie Eilish's stuff. Um, um, what's the Blue Eyes song? I like the Blue Eyes song. Is it Jacques? Watch the video of where the Dawnstone was and set your destination to where it is. Nice. Bad Guy, that's a good song too. Let's keep it a little more family friendly in the chat though, JDX. You're not wrong, but you're not wrong at all. What the heck is that song now? It's gonna drive me crazy. Ocean Eyes, not Blue Eyes. Ocean Eyes. I like Ocean Eyes a lot. You want to watch that new Final Destination movie? I do too. I'll probably wait until it comes out on streaming though. I don't really feel the need to go see it in the theater, but I do want to see it. I've seen all the others. It's like a guilty pleasure franchise. They're just so silly but so fun. Airy. Oh yeah, I saw Thunderbolts. Yep, saw it opening day. Oh JDX, I meant legal ones. I'm not I don't really sail the seven seas. Oh yeah, Airy. Yeah, definitely saw it. Definitely saw it. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. It was a good movie. I thought the third act drug on a little bit, but I had a lot of fun. It was a very, very fun, very entertaining movie. Movie Void, decent. I would have. I didn't. I thought it was good characterization. I didn't think the Void was epic enough as it is in the comics. Um, the gym leader's pigtails are cocoons. Oh, I never realized that. Watched Terrifier 3 last night with the wife. She loves the gore stuff. I still got to watch the Terrifier movies. Curly is making you mad? Uh-oh. Yeah, the comic version, it's kind of the same thing with like Gore the God Butcher in Love and Thunder. Um, I don't think Christian Bale did a bad job playing Gore, but I don't think Gore had the same like scale, the same grandiose like epicness that the comic book version did, which was kind of sad to me. I felt kind of the same way about The Void. I don't think that it was a bad take on The Void. I just felt like the stakes didn't seem high enough. Yeah, that's very good advice, JDX. Yeah, when you get frustrated doing a shiny hunt, nothing wrong with taking a break. Um, and coming back later. Do not compare the Void to that pasty freak. I did because that's how I feel. Still after that comic where they talked about French movies. Yeah. I did Scrobo, absolutely. I thought that was pretty funny. Made me think of you and Kem. It's not a shiny hunt. Well, any video game. Any video game. You're pissed. Well, I'm sorry for having an opinion. All right, come on, Shiny. You just don't do it again. I will no longer have any opinions, I promise. Curly keeps missing hypnosis. Dang. Stupid, was it 55%? Is it 55% accurate? Yeah, I've heard a lot about the Terrifier movies, and when Terrifier 3 was getting ready to come out in theater and everyone was talking about it, I was like, well, I wanna watch these. And at the time, the first Terrifier wasn't streaming, just the second one. And I was like, well, I'm not going to start with the second one. And now I found out that the first Terrifier is streaming, so I can sit down and watch it. But now I think 4 is not currently streaming anywhere, or 3 is not currently streaming anywhere. But I'll get to it. Second one's more refined. Yeah, I'll definitely at least watch the first two in the near future. Obviously, I was joking. I'm sure it's a fair opinion. Actually, I just have a crush on one character, not the other. I know. I know you, Ari. You didn't realize yourself? Oh, you and I need to have a talk then. I'll tell you all sorts of things. All right, come on. Where's the shiny at? So one thing keeping us back from greatness. So behind on chores. How many you got to do? Also, we need a new light goal if someone wants to drop a light goal for 30. Mostly just right now you're late on starting the dog's breakfast. Well, get it done. Light goal 35. All right, we'll go with that. Thank you, Mighty Munchkin. Get her done. French movie slap. That's what I've heard. Russian movies? I don't think I've seen any Russian movies. Something kind of blew your mind was realizing that you as a kid thought it was hype that comedian Larry the Cable Guy would be voicing Mater in the upcoming Cars movie now. If most people were. To hear Larry the Cable Guy to say, oh my god, it's the Mater guy. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And you know what, Ari? That will end up happening more and more, where someone that used to have popularity and was known for something will have kind of fallen out of the public spotlight and then will come back for something else, and then a whole new generation will know people by the new thing. And like when you tell them they were in this thing from earlier, they'll be like, whoa, that's crazy. Glad to go back to Area Zero at the moment. I don't see why you wouldn't be. I mean, I don't know for certain. It's been a long time since I've done a playthrough, but I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. Remember talking about Russia Wilderness and everyone was skinny dipping in one hot tub? That's weird. Main thing you think of that falls under that phenomenon? Okay, so like for example, like okay, the first thing pops in my head, like to a lesser extent, is like Jack Black in anything prior to say Jumanji. Rush Hour movies, they were okay. Um, you know, Jack Black's been around since like the early '90s. I mean, there's still people that are like, holy smokes, I just found out about this band called Tenacious D, and you'll never guess. Jack Black's in it. Um, Jackie Chan hated the Rush Hour series? I didn't know that. Let's see, what else? What's another one? I don't know. There's others. I just can't think of any right now. Music artist Joji. People know him as Joji, not as Filthy Frank. Blows your mind. I don't know either one of those names. You're gonna mention the Tenacious D reawakening. It's just crazy, right? And like even like I mean, I think Tenacious D was together at the time, but even before like they got really popular, you know, Jack Black was in things like The Cable Guy, um, with uh with Jim Carrey, Matthew Broderick. He was in Mars Attacks. He was in a bunch of '90s movies. Yeah, small role in Mars Attacks. Yeah, there is so many people in Mars Attacks. The Jackal with Bruce Willis. See, there you go. Yeah, just tons and tons of movies. Some comedies, some not. In similar vein, a lot of the newer generation only know Kendrick Lamar as the guy who disses Drake and not as the generationally defining hip hop artist. Yeah, I would imagine that to be true. An industry plant when he's from Compton. That's crazy. And I bet you there's a lot of people that just know Drake from the meme. Also, the guy that goes mustard. I don't know that one. You love the opening song of my stream? Thank you, Slowpoke. All right, come on. Let me see that purple body and blue wings. Still liking a song by Drake in this era. I was thinking about that, Ari. Actually, I don't think it has anything to do with what you're saying, but I'm just gonna go off on a little tangent anyway. Because is Drake still okay? Like, is there any controversy going on around about Drake right now, other than the feud with Kendrick Lamar? I have kind of a hot take, but I don't care. Try liking Kanye's music. So, I'm a big believer in separating the art from the artist. I don't think it's right that just because someone has done something bad in their life, it negates something good they have created. I'm not the type of guy that will stop watching movies because of an actor's off screen antics or listen or enjoy a song because of something that the artist has done. Um, I don't. I don't agree with that. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't stop enjoying it, but I'm tired of feeling like I'm not allowed to enjoy things just because the person that made the thing is garbage. That's just my viewpoint. I would have stopped watching Shinies years ago if that was the case. Very true. And like, I guess it's a little bit different when you're talking about like, say, music, but like, let's say like a movie, right? So even if an actor in a movie does something terrible and they're a horrible person and should never get like, a job again, I don't think it's right to boycott a movie solely for that reason because what you're basically doing is not only hurting that person's financial um, status, which may be fair, but everyone else has absolutely nothing to do with the controversy that worked on that movie. You're affecting them as well. I don't think that's fair. Yeah, Ari, that's what I'm saying. Completely personal. Like if you don't want to buy their music or listen to their music anymore, good on you. No problem. But I don't like when I feel like I'm judged because I still enjoy a song or I still enjoy a movie. You can still enjoy old Kanye. You just want to listen to any of his stuff after 2011. There is one Kanye song that I like. I think it's called Streetlights. Flashing Lights, is that what it's called? No, it's called Streetlights. The song I'm thinking of is called Streetlights. Don't like virtue signalers. I will never, ever, ever respect a person who acts like they are better than someone else just because they don't support an artist or band or whatever. I understand that. That incredible 2 minute did you wash your hands? I don't know that meme. I don't really know memes. Big reason you and I resonate so much. I'm very anti-sham. I think people should keep enjoying the things they enjoy while also keeping in mind the impact of their money. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Ari. Brooke, good morning. How you doing? Still typing that opinion from a phone made by child laborers. So, like, there you have it. The Good Place is an incredible episode on it. Yeah, I love The Good Place. Amazing show. A lot of artists use Bandcamp for their merch and vinyls, not to support the concerts. Obviously, if you can actually afford it, it's reasonable. Most artists get shafted by major streaming sites. Yeah, true. Pokestar 101, what's going on? Good to see you. Trying to sleep, but the doggos had other plans. They always do. One of the only sites that actually pay their artists somewhat reasonable is Tidal, from what you checked out last. I've heard of Tidal. I've never checked it out. Birdie and Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, Christopher, what's going on? We got a whole bunch of people here that can help you with that. Oh, you're an artist yourself? Nice. Oh my goodness, Brooke, what a beautiful picture and congratulations. What an adorable family. So proud of you. I don't know why I just closed that. That was stupid. You were just so happy to go home after, I bet. Fun nerdcore hip hop tracks. That sounds fun, JDX. That genuinely sounds fun. What do you think about Nintendo being able to brick your Switch now? Explain what you mean, Pokestar. This is news to me. You have several songs themed about Pokemon? That's awesome. Is there someplace I can listen to them? You make that playlist just been lazy? I hear that. Lazy is my default setting. If you're caught modding your Nintendo, they can automatically stop your Switch manually. I mean, I guess whenever you go against the terms of service, you're kind of taking a risk, right? You're an artist if you create stuff. True. Tried the quiz and there are a lot of forgettable, unforgettable Pokemon. Like, there's something I should forget, but it's like those time when you choke and forget. Oh yeah, I know exactly what you mean. They're on your channel? All right, nice. I will, I'm gonna open up a tab right now, JDX. I'm gonna go check that out after stream.
Instinct is a lie, told by a fearful body,
Whoops.
hoping to be wrong. Was
All right. John Schrecker, good morning. Good to see you. Zero attack, zero speed, Ivy, Amoonguss. You have a Ditto with zero speed, another Ditto with zero attack. What's the best way to breed to get both zero attack and zero speed on a single Amoonguss? Ooh, okay. So, what you want to do is you want to throw a Destiny Knot on, let's say, the zero attack Ditto, right? And you'll want to breed with the Fungus until you end up with a Fungus that has zero attack. Then you switch out the Dittos, give the new Ditto Destiny Knot, give the Can you do two Destiny Knots at once? If you put a Destiny Knot on the Fungus and a Destiny Knot on the Ditto, would that work? Anyway, that like it won't guarantee, but it will better your chances. So yeah, you want to do it two-step, and if there's more to it, like if there's a better way, someone please speak up, because I'm not really that great with like stat breeding, but the first step would be to get the zero attack onto the Fungus, and then the next step would be to breed that zero attack Fungus with the zero speed Ditto. And then eventually you'll end up with one that has zero in both. Had to go get gas for your lawnmower and the tank is in the front seat with you? Oh my gosh. Yeah, Soar and Fly and Drive, absolutely. Why is it in the front seat with you? Gotta step on the gas. You're gonna make the Pokemon playlist right now? Nice. So you can smell it. You're just such a weirdo. You're just a little weirdo, Nick. Alright, sounds good, JDX. All right, I've seen this happen a lot this week to Guy, and I'm curious. I'm curious. What is up with that particular emote being spammed in so many live streams? What's the deal with that? What new meme do I not know about? It's a what do you call those things? It started with another YouTuber. Okay, continue. It's a spam. It's a fad meme to spam gondola in chats. Yeah, but like, why? It's the least used emoji. Oh, so he's trying to get to become a better used emoji. I understand. Update yarn wall. No, send it over, Brooke. Why did the Oshawott feel lonely? Because it had no shelter. Oh my goodness. That poor Oshawott. From least to most. I see. Well, I'm not sure if it'll ever become the most used. But at least now I understand why people are doing that. Come on, Aerodactyl. All right, we're going to take this up to 1825, and then we're going to open up some packs, play Guess the Plush, Guess the Marvel Superhero. I'll send a project you're working on. Bet. Oh, wow, that yarn wall looks amazing. Oh. And the new project looks adorable. You phased twice on your Hoot Hoot Eterna Forest Hunt and Platinum now? No, don't tell me that. I had to hit my lead. It really kicks off any fight. Nice. Aside from Batman, who's my favorite DC superhero? That's a good question. It's a real good question. I don't know a lot about him, but I always thought Dr. Fate seemed pretty cool. Always safe to assume the only reason is it's in style and because the sheer absurdity of it alone is funny to see randomly. Oh yeah, no, Ari, like I put that together. Just sometimes I'm genuinely curious about the origin of things. Um, I don't think there's any deeper meaning that I was not aware of. I'm just always curious where things start from. You had to wind all by hand. That's crazy. Anne Marie, good to see you. Using my voice to sleep. Let me get my headphones. I have been told that my voice is very good at putting people to sleep. Yeah, the origin. That's all I care about. I'm always curious about that stuff. I'm always curious why certain things or how certain things become memes. Dr. Fate being an anti-hero, he does good things, but then other times he's fighting the Justice League. Possibly. Like I said, I don't know too much about him. I just thought he always seemed kind of cool. All right, we're going to open up some packs. I'll see you guys over there. Here we go. Actually, I don't know if we need to turn the light on tonight. Thoughts on Ironheart? Personally, I'm not too pumped about it. I don't have anything against it. It's just not really something I'm excited to see. I've never really been a big fan of the character in the comics to begin with. So it's interesting that they're bringing in the Hood as the villain. Kind of curious to see how they play that out. But, I mean, just meh. Pumped. Oh, Ari, I get it. I didn't even mean for that. All right, here we go. We're going to open up 6 packs. 6 Solgaleos. Use wave? Okay. For both iron and heart. Ooh, a triple meaning. Okay, I think I... No. Well, let's open up this first pack and see if I need to turn the light on. I am tanky. I'm the tankiest tank they're ever tanked. Not a good moveset. It's not the best. Yeah, I'm going to turn the light on. Hold on. Yeah, that's better. Okay, 2 cannon. Skitty. Trubbish. Fletchling. And a Leaf Cape. With the ability, I'm kind of viable. Thank you, Harry. All right, pack number 2. I haven't gotten any Solgaleos yet, any of the 3 cards, or maybe even 4 cards. I can't remember how many Solgaleos there are, so I would like to get 1. Tauros. Alolan Sandshrew. Alolan Geodude. Wimpod, and Alolan Graveler. Dang. All right, pack number 3. Solgaleo is so good to use too. I'm sure it is. I'd like to be able to use it one day. Sandygast. Phantump. Surskit. Lapras, and Excadrill. You want me to turn the pack around? Turn the pack around. Oh, wouldn't that give us the good card first? I have not had any God packs yet. I think I've only opened up like 800 packs though, so I'm way under odds. Pokestar, I just saw your joke. I apologize. What do you get when you cross the Snorlax to computer? Sleep mode. I like it. All right. Ooh, finally got the Steenie. That was a card I needed. Danette, Litten, Gumshoes, and Oricorio. Not the best content if Steenie is all we get, but I'm happy about it. It drives me crazy when I don't have base cards. All right, here we go. Pack number 4, or 5, I mean. More like Gumshoes, right? All right, we got Lana. We got Makuhita. We got Pikipek. We got Drillbur, and... Ooh, a second immersive Lily. Are you kidding me? A second immersive Lily. Don't watch if you haven't seen it. Or you don't want to see it. I'm not saying anything, Ari. You have 3 in a pack in a row? That's crazy. How come I got 2 immersive Lilies and no Solgaleo? All right, here we go. Last pack. So good for all the new second stage decks that are viable again, thanks to Rare Candy. Nice. 2 in a row and then a third like 2 or 3 packs later. That's crazy. All right, we got Spoink. We got Makuhita. We got Cloyster. We got Rockruff. And we got Oricorio. Also, the Lapras that we got a few packs ago and this Cloyster were the last 2 things I got from a Wonder Pick. So happy that they are still doing that thing where when you finally get a new card in a Wonder Pick, you're like guaranteed to get it in regular packs. Awesome. Okay, we're going to go back to the other screen, so I'll see you over there. Sorry, Ari. And we're back. Hi, Ari. Before we continue, I am going to use the potty real quick. So I will be right back. All right, we're back. Let's get back into the hunts while you guys play Guess the Plush. This is the part of the stream where you guess the plush. Slowpoke Tail is the one tolerable case of eating Pokemon that you'll allow in chats that you moderate because it's canon. Fair enough. Not Slowpoke, not Machoke. Oh, John, there's been a ton. I don't understand why one of the most commonly asked questions in Pokemon live streams are what Pokemon would you eat? But it happens a ton. Not Bounsweet, not Pachirisu. Not Magikarp. Not Emolga. Not Mawile. Not Nuzleaf. Not Magby. Not Regitato. Not Shuckle. Not Pikachu. Not Zigzagoon. Not Arceus. Not Teddiursa. Not Scissor. Not Krogunk. Not Sneasel. All right, you guys ready for your first clue? First clue is this is an electric type. It's an electric Pokemon. It's electric. Not Poliwag, not Mr. Mime, not Palmy, not Voltorb, not Pichu, not Raichu, not Elekid. Also, I noticed this a while ago, and I was like mid something and forgot to mention it. That sub count went up to 2093. If that was you, if you just subbed to me today and you're still here, please let me know so I can say thank you. We're now only 2 subs away from our sub goal for the day. Not Electros, not Dynamo, not Mareep, not Electivire, not Zapdos, not Tapu Koko. Not Rotom. Not Raikou. Not Toxtricity. Not Plusle or Minun. See what you did there. And I put subtle music on. I haven't really done that in the last several weeks because even when I use the non-copyrighted music, eventually they do become copyrighted. I'm still trying to figure out what to do about that in the future. How do I feel about the Galarian birds? I think they're neat. I think I probably would have liked them better if they were not regional forms. Not Toxel, not Regieleki, not Zeraora, not Togedemaru, not Joltik. Not Zapdos, not Yamper. Harry, I think I'm misunderstanding the question. What are you guys guessing about? We're playing Guess the Plush. I have a plush sitting here right in front of me. It's right here, just off camera. You gotta guess what Pokemon it is. It's an electric type. Not Wattrel, not Boltund, not Boltund, not Shinx, not Boltund, not Kilowattrel, not Kilowattrel, not Shinx. What would they be if not regional birds? Just birds. Like, not regional forms. I would like if they were on their own. I would like them more if they were their own separate Pokemon. Not Luxio, not Jolteon, not Luxio, not Luxray, not Morpeko, not Jolteon, not Charjabug. Not Morpeko Hangry form. Not Vikavolt, not Vikavolt. Not Alolan Geodude, not Pichu. But they're so clearly Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. I don't know. Not Pikachu. Not Raichu, not Pichu. It's a Gen 3 electric type. Not Pichu, not Alolan Raichu, not Parkachu, not Partner Cap Pikachu. I'm going to assume that Slowpoke said Electrike, and I know Mighty Munchkin said Electrike, so I'm going to give it to both of you. It is, in fact, Electrike. Good job. Such a little guy. Next plushie. Now, we only do one a stream, but now we can do Guess the Marvel Superhero. While these games are loading up. Guess the Marvel Superhero. Not Cable. Mighty Munchkin coming in right away with the answer. It is, in fact, Spider-Man. It is the Amazing Spider-Man. This is Kraven's Last Hunt, one of the most classic Spider-Man stories ever told. This is volume 16. All the Amazing Spider-Man issues from 1986 to 1987. A lot of cool things in here. A lot of cool things. There is the Spider-Man Wolverine comic. Spider-Man versus Wolverine. That was a great story. There is the issue where Peter proposes to Mary Jane. And then there's the actual wedding. They had two different covers for that. And then in the actual Craven's Last Hunt storyline, this page has stuck with me since I was a kid. One of the most disturbing things I had seen in a comic book at the time. Now realizing post-its were a bad idea. This is Craven preparing for his battle against Spider-Man. Here's Craven, all naked, in a sea of spiders eating spiders. Can you see that all right? Nope. There it is. There it is. Craven just munching on them spiders. That's Peter almost naked. So there we go. Classic storyline. Most comics rate E or like E10. So they do have a different rating system. Most comics would be rated T. T for teen. Some are rated T plus, and there are some that are MA. But I would say the majority of comics are rated T. There's also G, which is general audiences, but yeah, I'd say the majority are T. Some mainline comic series like Deadpool or Wolverine or Punisher, ones that are a little more violent than typical, they might be T plus. What examples of popular comics rated MA? A lot of independent comics. A lot of independent comics, which I guess aren't popular. Well, I mean, depends on how you put it. Spawn, for example. Those are like your HBO comics, right? Those are like your, mature comics. Invincible is definitely MA. Invincible is definitely MA. Or it might just be M. Because there's a lot of language, there's a lot of swearing, there's a lot of adult situations. Mewtwo, what's going on? Good to see ya. Something happens that you're not looking forward to? Uh-oh. But yeah, and also like with like if we're talking like things like Marvel comics, they can have MA comics. Sometimes they'll do like mini series that are specifically for an older audience. It used to be called Max, like Marvel Max. Now they're called Marvel Red Band. So that's when you'll get one where it's like, okay, in this one, it's going to be real gory. Garth Ennis, who is the writer of Preacher and The Boys, he did a classic series via Marvel Max with The Punisher, some of the best Punisher writing ever, and it was just mature audiences. There was no holds barred in that Punisher series. And the Punisher that you see in the Daredevil show that was on Netflix and now on Disney Plus is basically modeled off of the Punisher from the Garth Ennis series. And the first two Punisher movies, I believe, were also modeled off of Garth Ennis' Punisher. Are you trying to catch Mewtwo, the guy? Bobby is in his room reading Invincible. No. What, like in the new show? Or in the original? I'm trying to do the timeline in my head now. I guess Invincible would have been out before King of the Hill ended. No, I never noticed that. Yeah, there probably was an overlap of a couple years. Yeah, John Barenthal is a great Punisher. Absolutely. I like him better than Thomas Jane or I can't remember who played him in the second movie. Apparently there's a fan in the studio. Wouldn't surprise me. Robert Kirkman has been involved in a lot of like Hollywood stuff too. So I'm sure he had friends over there. No, Scrubbo, I know what movie you're talking about. I've just never sat down and watched it. I've seen some clips from it. I think you have tons of Ultra Ball and False Swipe Breloom with Spore. That is a good thing. Are we close to like goal? We are. In fact, we just hit it. I see 35 likes on my end. If we can get a like goal of 40, that'd be awesome. You're in a yappy mood today? I love it. I love yappy moods. Like goal 40. Thank you, John. Yeah, I heard you talking about that the other day, Scrobo. Yeah, I had never seen him in anything prior to Justified. So when he actually showed up in an episode of Lost, I was like, "Oh, that's Raylan's father." Happy yappy. How far into Justified are you? No shiny. Come on, shiny. I even changed the thumbnail and everything. This has to be the last stream. This has to be the stream where we get the Aerodactyl. Shinies, are you still lurking in the car? Forgot to get another water bottle. You better do that, Ari. Come on now. So, 12 on season 1. Okay. Yeah, Timothy Oliphant and Walton Goggins are amazing. I love their chemistry. I enjoyed all the seasons, but for me personally, season 2 was my favorite by far. Like, all the seasons were great, but like, it's not even close. Season 2 was by far my favorite. Shiny has all that gas in the front seat with him right now. I know. I'm worried about him. For a while I wanted to read the Elmore Leonard book that Justified's based off of called Fire in the Hole, but I kind of don't because I have to imagine that the show went so many places that the book didn't, and I feel like that by comparison the book's going to let me down. Like I feel like probably the book tells a story of season 1, and that's probably about it. Your luck with Aerodactyl's also pretty chicken butt? Yeah. You know, I've done both these hunts before. I've done the Ultra Sun hunt before I started streaming, and I got it really early. It probably only took me a couple of hours. And I've done the static spawn hunt on Sword and Shield. We actually did that last summer, and we got it pretty early. I'm pretty sure we were under odds on that hunt. And so I feel like because I got both of those under odds, I'm probably going to have to go over odds on this. And I'm not sure exactly what over odds is going to be at this point. Or the combined odds again. So last weekend, Nick said 1 and 819, but I'm not sure if that was correct. I'm not doubting him, but I was trying to do the math myself this morning, and I couldn't see where the 819 was coming from. I'm sure I'm just not considering something. If we get the shiny now, actually, next shiny hunt won't be for a while, because once we finish this challenge, we're going to start Ultra Sun Nuzlocke. Not a shiny only Nuzlocke, just a regular old Nuzlocke. So whichever stream we get the shiny Aerodactyl on, the next stream will be the beginning of that Nuzlocke. Yeah, Mewtwo, this is the last one. You can see right here, 46 out of 47. This is the last one we need until, unless, they announce some more megas before the game comes out. If they do announce more megas, like if they, drop a post tomorrow saying, oh, by the way, we're introducing Mega Flygon, then yeah, we're going to hunt for Flygon. But until any more megas are announced of existing Pokemon, challenge will be done. Your headphones are low battery? Uh-oh. Better charge them up. Mega Flygon, please. That is one thing I would definitely like. I don't really have, too much... I'm not passionate about a lot when it comes to megas, but I will say that I think that Flygon definitely deserves a mega. And I know that in itself is asking for a lot, but if they are going to give us a Mega Flygon, please let it be Bug Dragon. Flygon and Frostlass. I am a little surprised they didn't make a Mega Frostlass or a Mega Slowking back in Gen 6. Feels a little unfair that one evolution gets a Mega and the other one doesn't. Are there any others I'm missing? I mean, Gallade and Gardevoir both got Megas. Mega Meganium, that's going to be pretty cool if they do that. Neither Poliwrath nor Politoed got a Mega. Are there any other split evolutions other than Snorunt and Slowpoke, where one evolution got a Mega and the other one didn't? Slowking should be a reverse Mega Slowbro. I could see that Slowpoke. That'd be pretty neat. Like just the biggest crown ever, and then just feet sticking out the bottom. I like that. I like that idea a lot, actually. Come on, Aerodactyl. Dang it. ZA feels so close, yet so far away, right? We got like another 6 months. Hopefully within that 6 months, I'll be able to get myself a Switch 2. I was saying this at the beginning of the stream, for anyone that wasn't here, I did get a follow-up email from Nintendo Friday night about my Switch 2 pre-order. I was happy about that. So the email said basically, hey, we know that you signed up to be notified when you could pre-order the Switch 2 through the Nintendo website. We had more people sign up than we were expecting. The first round of emails have gone out. You are still on the list to receive an email, but we can't tell you yet when you're going to get it, basically, is what it was. So not a real update, but I'm glad that they at least contacted me and let me know, like, you know, they're still planning on it. Here's the reason why it hasn't happened yet. And I still have my spot in line. So I was happy about that. I was better than nothing. Better than just waiting day after day for something. And, like, I'd love to get a Switch 2 on release day, but I don't need to get a Switch 2 on release day, right? As far as my channel goes, basically, as long as I get it before ZA comes out, we're fine. Personally, I mean, yeah, Mario Kart's gonna be fun, but I don't feel like that's like something I have to play first day. It's not like there's gonna be spoil. Well, I'm sure there's gonna be some spoilers. Donkey Kong doesn't come out until like June. So if I could get some point, or not June, July. If I get like some point, let's say before my birthday, I think I'll be in good shape. Spoiler, they race, right? Exactly. ZA will also be released on the Switch 1. Yes, it will be released on both. So here's my plan with that. So I don't want to buy 2 Switch 2s. At least not now. I can't even get a Switch 1. So I am planning on picking up Legends EA for the Switch 2. If after I play through it and I learn more about how the shiny hunting works in that game and it makes sense, I may pick it up for the Switch 1 as well, so I can dual stream it on the Switch and the Switch 2. But I don't see any need to have 2 Switches or 2 Switch 2s and 2 copies of ZA. But I can justify getting a ZA for the Switch 2 and ZA for the Switch. And then we can all have fun and laugh about how the Switch 2 is streaming so much better and has better performance than the Switch 1 version. We can literally do a side-by-side comparison, which is kind of neat. We're getting close to I can't talk. We're getting close to birth years here. Anyone born in 1919? I was born in 1919. Mewtwo, how dare? How dare Mewtwo? I thought we were friends. I think it's going to rain today. It's very overcast. It's a compliment since you still look so young. Well, thank you, Mewtwo. You saved it. Where is the shiny Aerodactyl at? So on the top switch, the odds are much worse. It's a 1 in 40, 96 top switch. On the top screen, the odds are much worse. It's a 1 in 40, 96 hunt in Ultra Sun. And it will be in a Pokeball. There's no changing that. However, if it does shine, then we don't have to worry about catching it or anything because it's a gift. The bottom screen, which is the switch, it's a 1 in 1365 hunt. We can catch in whatever ball we have, but we actually have to catch it. And I want to say Aerodactyl has Rockhead. I don't know. I haven't even looked up the moveset. I should probably do that. So yeah, if it shines on the bottom screen, we still got to catch it. And I don't know what Pokeball we would use for this. Does anyone have any suggestions? I'm not guaranteeing that your suggestion is a Pokeball I have in my storage, but what do you guys think would be a good Pokeball for a shiny Aerodactyl with its purple body and its blue wings? Love or Heal Ball? I could see that. I guess on the Mega Shiny, it's more of a light purple body and a dark purple wing. Oh my goodness gracious, we are getting raided by the amazing Aurelius. Thank you for the raid, Aurelius. Welcome in, Dusk. Thank you for coming in on that raid. Nugs, hello, good to see you. Joseph, welcome in. Where is he? Where is the king? Thank you so much for coming in on that raid. To all you that just joined, there he is. There's Aurelius. What's going on, my friend? Good to see you. How was stream? What'd you have going on today? First time you've seen the sub button in the shorts live stream. Oh my goodness! You know what that means? You got to hit it. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Hefty. I'm a shiny Pokemon hunter. I am currently finishing up a challenge. Getting a shiny of every Pokemon that has a Mega Evolution before Pokemon Legends ZA comes out. And as you can see right here, we've got 46 out of 47. Aerodactyl is the last one we need. Hoping we can get it today. I am hunting it on Ultra Sun on the top screen, and I'm hunting it on Shield on the bottom screen. You got 5 shinies and Legends Arceus. Nice, Aurelius. What'd you get? And all lovers, welcome on in. Subbed up. Thank you, Nugs. And yeah, I see that we hit our sub goal of 20.95 that we had today. You guys crushed it. Thank you so much. Lazy Snorlax, what's going on? Welcome in. 5 shinies and Legends Arceus. That's wild. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here. I haven't even gotten one legend or one shiny today. Nugs, thank you for the sub. Jerry picked up a new comic featuring Carnage versus Loki. That would be a battle right there. That would be pretty cool. I don't think that's ever happened before. The diehard notification, Dusk, you noticed. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate someone appreciating my hilariousness. That is, in fact, Bruce Willis from Die Hard saying, "Welcome to the party, pal." All first stage, Machop, Psyduck, Mantine, Starly, and Cleffa. Very cool. Beautiful shinies. All right, let's see if we can get this shiny to say thank you to Aurelius for such an amazing raid. You watched the first one today? Oh, nice. How's the gaming going here? It's going pretty good. You know, we're finishing up this challenge. Last fall, my friend Shinies challenged me to get all the shiny Pokemon that have Mega Evolutions before Z8 came out. And here we are in the last one. All we have left to get is Aerodactyl. We've gotten everything else. So I'm hoping we can finish it up today. And if we do finish it up today, the next stream I do will actually be the first ever Nuzlocke I've done on stream. We'll be doing Ultra Sun Nuzlocke. Christmas Eve, yes, because it is an incredible Christmas movie. I agree with you, Dusk. In fact, I think I have it here in the room. Let me check in the closet real quick. Ultra Sun's hard. Coles, I know. I don't have any delusions about winning it on the first try, but I'm going to try it. Yeah, so Dusk, a couple of years ago for my birthday, my friend got me this book. Die Hard Christmas. It's the story of the greatest Christmas story ever told. And it's got great illustrations. Ultra Moon's your favorite game, though? I love the Alola region so much. And I know the Ultra Sun can be a beast to Nuzlocke, particularly because of the Ultra Necrozma. But, you know, I've heard enough times from people that do Nuzlocks that the best piece of advice they can give someone on doing their first Nuzlocke is to Nuzlocke a game they're familiar with. And other than arguably Kanto, and even then, I don't know, I definitely know Ultra Sun the best. So that's why I picked it. Also, I think we have a pretty good chance. Frights, thank you for the sub. My goodness, speaking of frights, that frightened me. There we go. 2096, only 4 away from 2100. I think we have a pretty good chance, regardless of what team we get on the Nuzlocke, that we probably will be able to do a nice Toxic Stall strat against Ultra Necrozma. Yeah, Emerald is a tough one. Emerald's definitely a tough one, especially Emerald Kaizo. I don't know if anybody watches Pokemon Challenges or Peachow, but I was so absorbed when he was doing Emerald Kaizo a few years ago. I still remember clearing my Saturday when he finally beat Run 151. I just planned everything around that stream. Jen says one of your most unfamiliar gens, so it'd be cool to dream with you. Yeah, I mean, that's another cool thing, right? I've never really done a playthrough on my channel before. So that'll be something fun too. Super late here. You're going to have to head off now. Thanks so much for having me, and I hope you have a great rest of your stream, mate. Take care and good night. Aurelius, thank you, my friend. Always a pleasure to talk to you, and I really appreciate the raid, and I hope you get some good sleep, and I'll see you on the next one. That is the fear of long words. That's crazy. That's crazy that they made the fear of long words word a long word. Peachow the goat. That's right. I've seen a lot of highlights of people doing Pokemon Ironmon. That's something you would never do. Yeah, that one is crazy. That's like you just have like one Pokemon, right? Like an Ironmon is just you get your starter and that's it. It's 7 a.m. right now. My goodness gracious. It is 11:19 here. Seems counterproductive, right? Is that really the fear of palindromes Mewtwo, or did you just make that up? There's Frights. What's going on, Frights? Thank you for the sub again. It's really a promise? That's crazy. One Pokemon, random stats, random moves. You can pretty much be stuck in being your... yeah. Like you're not even able to get past the rival at the beginning. That's crazy. Dorian, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. $19.60 on the checks. No shiny. Come on, we gotta get this shiny. Open the door, get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur. Trying to eat some yogurt. Trying to eat yogurt. What, you missing your mouth? You don't have a spoon? Is the tear off lid too tough? Someone did a slight update to the ROM though. Maybe there was a door that took you back to Oak after the Pokemart. Ah, nice. A little sneaky sneak. So Ironmon is its own separate ROM then, right? You can't just like pick up a vanilla game and do an Ironmon. There's an actual ROM specifically for Ironmoning. Throat problems, gotcha. It's my favorite Pokemon. Yours is Snorlax. Lazy Snorlax. I would have no idea that was your favorite Pokemon. My favorite Pokemon is this little guy right here. Or this little guy right here. Poliwhirl. It's a ROM hack of Fire Red. Gotcha. You're being consumed by Dorian. Uh-oh. That'll happen. Houndoom. You know what? I love Houndour. Houndour is my favorite dog Pokemon they've ever made. Nom nom indeed. What's going on, Mofo Show? Pokemon just cool. I agree. Watching Wolfie Glick right now? Nice. Yeah, I watched some of his videos. Had someone ask around yesterday during Regigigas raid time, and the first person answered Pikachu, second person said Charizard, then they got to me and you're like, oh man, there's too many, and start naming off your favorites. You know what, Dorian? I don't even know what your favorites are. Give me a few. You had to beat up Freddy Fazbear today, use a GameCube. There you go. Oh, yeah. You don't have to use the @ symbol to highlight the name. That is nice. The @ just kind of makes it easier for the typer, just like pick your name instead of having to type it all the way out. At least on desktop. I don't think it does that on mobile. Teacher was actually top 64 in Pokemon Worlds before. That's pretty sweet. I was not. Till I hit 3,000 what frights? It's 1:30 a.m. here. Catch you later. All right, Nugs, thank you so much for popping in on that raid. Thank you for the sub. Have a great night. Get some good sleeps. And Dusk, you as well. Get some good sleeps. Thank you both for being here, coming in on that raid. Look forward to seeing you again. Dr. Fiend Show, what's going on? Good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. We're both Aussies. I had a feeling. I had a feeling. Absolute troopers. No one should name themselves a food because you'll try and eat them. Uh-oh. What if they name themselves liverwurst? You're cool? Thank you, Frights. I think you are too. You lost your voice and you don't know where you left it? Did you check the freezer? I always somehow leave things in the freezer. Someone was named Apples and you tried to eat them? How did that go? Sawaddle line, Fomantis line. Those are good choices. I like that. Sawaddle, or actually, Levani is my favorite grass type. Oh my goodness, the guy. Calculate percentage for the odds. It's a good question. I was saying earlier, Shinies last weekend said that the odds, like the blended odds for hunting this on both systems is 1/819. And I'm not doubting him, but I was trying to run the math this morning and I couldn't figure out where the 819 came from. I got 2730. I got 1365. I couldn't figure out how 819, which could just mean that I'm forgetting to take something into consideration. Only a few I remember from a gen I barely played. Fair enough. Favorite rock type? Favorite rock type's probably Tyrantrum. The first game I played, I'm assuming you're talking about Pokemon. First Pokemon game I played was actually Pokemon Snap on the N64 when that came out. I thought it looked like an interesting game. I didn't know anything about Pokemon. And so I picked up Pokemon Snap and I enjoyed it so much. I became so interested and obsessed with it that the next week I went out and bought Pokemon Blue. This would have been back in summer of '99. And I've just loved Pokemon ever since. You left your face in the freezer overnight once? Oh my goodness. Politoed does hold a King's Rock? Okay. Frights. You didn't do anything wrong, but I'm going to delete your message because just a heads up, it's probably not a good idea to let people know that on the internet. There's some weirdo people that can be out there, and so I just deleted that message for your safety. Not for any other reason, but best not to say that on the internet. Was I just allowed to go out and buy it? Yeah, I was 19. I have my own monies. Never seen anyone become a fan of Pokemon Snap before? Yeah, we're a rare breed. I don't know. I was really into the N64 at that point. I was buying a lot of N64 games. I didn't know what that one was. I thought I'd try it out. And I don't know. I just loved the design of the characters. And I was like, okay, I'm not an idiot. I know like this is like a franchise. So I wanted to learn more about it, so I went out and bought Blue. Chem Nation, good morning, my friend. How are you? You're actually shiny hunting Rayquaza and Ultra Moon right now? Nice, Lemons. I hope you get it quickly. Snap was probably your first Pokemon game too, but you got into the franchise from their extended merch. Yeah, so there's a little bit more to the story. That summer, of 99 when I picked up Pokemon Snap. I worked in a movie theater, and we had gotten a big standing marquee for the first Pokemon movie, which was coming out that fall. And the artwork it was just like, it was like 6 feet tall, 5 or 6 feet tall, and it just had like, I remember it was like an orange or yellow background with Mewtwo like in the center, and then like all around the border were like all these Pokemon characters. And so I would see it like every day at work, and I'd walk by it, and I was like, that one looks kind of cool. That one looks kind of cool. So that was a factor too. Um, but I had no idea what I was getting into. Razzie, good morning, my friend. If only they put shines in the remake, that would have been amazing. Day 4 on the Rayquaza. Well, I hope there's no day 5 lemons. Glad I got into Pokemon. Me too. That is a nice PFP. I just noticed it. Gina, Bina, what's going on? How's your weekend been? And Gina, I believe you owe me a review of the first collections of Saga and East of West. You thought I was going to forget. 1996, my goodness gracious. Here comes 1997 and 1998. Not shiny. Did everyone sleep in today? My goodness gracious, feels like so many amazing people just popped up all at once. 8 wonderful months. It certainly has been, Gina. Let's get some hype in the chat for Gina for the 8 months of membership. There you go. Next check is 2,000. Kind of awesome that you went all this way in Pokemon. Started as an adult. You're born in 95, so you grew up with Pokemon cards, cereal, coloring books, etc. Yeah, so like I was about to become a sophomore in college when I got into Pokemon. So it's kind of neat. Like I still have nostalgia for Pokemon, right? But it's a different type of nostalgia. It's not it's not affected by being a child. Like I've been an adult the entire time the Pokemon's been a thing. Um, but it's just been so much fun. It really scratches that collector itch that I have. I am a huge collector. I'm obsessive with collections, and so Pokemon is kind of like the video game version of that for me, because there's always more to collect. Chem Nation, are you still here? You are very good at math. I need your help. Chem, what would be the blended odds of a 1 in 4096 hunt and a 1 in 1365 hunt? And does it make a difference as far as what the encounter rate is? I have an answer in my head, but I don't know if it's correct. Ken was actually here and he actually listened. What a good guy. He's a great guy. Your cat weighs 20 pounds. That is a big cat. Would depend on the encounter rate, I think. All right, so I can give you a ratio. The ratio would be 2 to 1. 2 4096 for every 1 1365. Enjoyed reading Saga and East of West. Like Saga more. I had a feeling. You're reading for the characters and you like the art. Sorry. I had a feeling you would like Saga more. But I'm glad to hear that. Dorian sent you a video of him eating a chorizo ball in one bite. There's so much eye contact. I'm jealous, Razzie. I wish I got messages like that from Dorian. Have to think about it. All right, you think about it and let me know later this week. Because if it's just a straight blended odds, then I would say it's 1 in 2730. If the ratio is 2 to 1, I would want to say it's 1 1365. Another guy I know whom I trust said 1 in 819. So I'm kind of all over the place here. Come and see him eat one in one bite. I could do that. Calling a buzzer beater today. John Streckert, I hope you're right. Thank you for the 14 months of membership. Can we please get some hype in the chat for John Streckert? Absolute legend. Where are the odds for each? So the odds on the top screen are 1 in 4096. The odds on the bottom screen are 1 in 1365. John says that every day, and you know what? He's been right a few times. Maybe today will be one of those times, Gina. I've seen him be right before. Bring it on. I will. It says this year is not conducive to vacations, and apparently I'm going on vacation with my mom in August. So I will figure something out. John was right every day. He wasn't wrong. John's never been wrong once in his life. John is inevitable. I love it. Surtur Yama Shiny Hunt back up again yesterday, plus one more nose pass. You're the nose pass king, Jerry. How many nose passes is that now? Like 30? Razzie, the plush of the day was Electrike, and the superhero of the day was Spider-Man, and we looked at Amazing Spider-Man Craven's Last Hunt. One of the most classic storylines ever. I get tag teamed at least once a weekend. If that was the case, Amber. Two you got on your birthday, both the Destiny mark. So that's 6 total. That's crazy. You are the king of Shiny Nose Pass. $230.5. Is that what you're saying? What'd you miss? I don't even know, Razzie. Razzie, I was telling you what the plush of the day and the superhero of the day was. You missed that, maybe. Unless you didn't. Oh, and also, Razzie, when I was opening packs, I got Steenie, which is something I needed. And I pulled my second immersive Lily. What about me getting tag? Apparently, I get tag teamed every weekend, Razzie. Which would explain why I always have like an afternoon nap. Pokemon were real, would we have GPS in our cars or a nose pass? Ooh, good question. I mean, I guess I would want to have both because just because I know which direction north is, that doesn't mean I know what roads to take. You got the shiny Ghastly card yesterday and shiny Haunter today. Oh, you're so lucky, Mewtwo. I haven't gotten any of that line shiny yet. You know what's wild? I've gotten 4 shinies in this new set, and when I didn't realize it until I was making a spreadsheet the other day with the cards I'm missing, what the pull rates were. I've gotten 4 shinies so far in this new set. All of them have been the full art shinies. I haven't gotten a single regular art shiny. Don't think a town map would be good enough for you. You're directionally challenged. That's true. You got 4 shinies a set, 2 Jigglypuff, 1 Wigglytuff. And what's the 4th one? Oh, Big Man Blastoise. Nice. I do love myself a spreadsheet. I live my life in spreadsheets. You'd be amazed at what all I keep track of in spreadsheets. Got shiny 2, or shiny 2. 2 shiny Lucario EXs and like 4 shiny Riolus and shiny Revelry, nothing else. I think I ended up doing pretty good in shiny Revelry if I remember correctly. I mean, there's still a lot of cards I'm missing. But I think we did manage to get a decent amount of shinies. How do I feel about PowerPoint? I'm not a huge fan. PowerPoint 000366. I'm not sure. Check the freezer. No voice there, except there's a parrot you threw in there for swearing, and he was looking at your frozen turkey asking what he said. Oh my gosh. What a wild morning over at the Fiend House. All I continue with Saga while reading Invincible. Once you finish one of those, you'll finish reading East of West. Sounds good. I'm glad you're liking Saga, Gina, genuinely. Great series. And like I said, I don't know what it is. From my experience, which is somewhat anecdotal, but like across the internet and in real life, it seems like there is a much larger female readership for Saga than there are most other comic books. And I mean, I have some guesses as to why that is. I think part of it is that the story can be much more relatable. It's the characters, yeah. You can tell Liquid Mucinex is nasty. You just hoped it helps. It is nasty. You know, I'm going to tell you what. Just the name, Mucinex. That is a terrible name. I mean, I understand what it's trying to say. It's like it X's out mucus, but that's just a disgusting name, Mucinex. Brett sounds better. Brett does sound better than Mucinex. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Imagine if they named me Mucinex. Mucin X. Gotta go. Hope you all have a great Sunday. Slowpoke, I hope you do too, buddy. Thank you for being here. Mucin is great. Mucinex isn't. Yes. Mucin good. Mucinex no. I mean, let me rephrase. I'm not trying to say that Mucinex isn't a good drug. I'm sure it's a great thing to help you solve your mucus problems. It's a terrible name. Muse and X. I like that. What was the plushie in the superhero? The plush? How about this, Razzie? I will tell you this. Let's see if you can guess it. You get one try for each. All right. For the plush, it's a Gen 3 electric type. It does make you not sick. That's true. Or at least it clears up symptoms. Electrike. Razzie. You nailed it. It is, in fact, Electrike. I don't know how you did it, but you did it. Now you get one guess at the Marvel superhero. Bingo bango. Hey, I like the sound of that. Maybe we should start saying that when we get shinies. We'll start saying bingo bango. Hi, Dorian. You like it? I do too. You're not enjoying the artwork for the Invincible comics. So old and the characters look different. So old. Get out of here, Gina. So old. Any clue for the Marvel? All right. What would be a good clue? First appeared in the 60s. First appeared in the 1960s. Has a good TV show. That's true too. Razzle dazzle. That's what we'll say. Whenever their shiny shows up, we'll say razzle dazzle. Razzle McDazzle Salazzle. Hefty, the best Marvel character? I would love to be a Marvel character. You know, I actually put in an application once to be an editor at Marvel. Surprisingly, they didn't get back to me. You hate the comic artwork so much you might stop reading it? Oh my gosh. That's wild. How far along are you? I'm going to be the 4th Spider-Man. That'd be pretty neat. Only Marvel you can think of back then is the Hulk from the 1960s. You might be surprised how many characters first appeared in the 1960s. In retrospect, it's actually not a very good hint. This character specifically first appeared in 1962. Based on your clue and TV show clue, is it Scarlet Witch? The answer is not Scarlet Witch. It was No, that's not right. It was Amazing Spider-Man, Kraven's Last Hunt, Volume 17. All the Amazing Spider-Man comics from 1986 to 1987, including such highlights as the Spider-Man vs. Wolverine graphic novel, and Peter proposing to Mary Jane, and the wedding of Peter and Mary Jane with 2 different covers, and an image that has stuck with me since I was a kid, Kraven Raven, all naked in a sea of spiders eating them. Yep, sorry for the spoilers. For a comic that happened back in 1987. Compendium 2. Okay, so you're deep into it. Chem, yes, 2 at 4096 for every 1 at 1365. That's correct. So would it be like, would it be 2073 plus 1365 or 2730 plus 1365 divided by 2? I'm sorry, Razzie, I misunderstood. 2730 plus, I mean, that would be 4096. Divided by 2 would be 2730. That is that? No, that can't be right. 2730 plus 1365 is 4096. Divided by 2 is 20. 1 in 2073? 2083. Is it 1 in 2083? Crunch your numbers, mean face. I'm sorry, Razzie. I didn't mean to upset you. That was very rude of me. Why are more people left-handed? Because not everyone can be awesome. What would happen if a Pokemon could control charred objects? There'd be a lot of burning logs flying all over the place. You're an art snob. Oh, okay. So not a fan of Ryan Otley. That's going to hurt Otley's feelings. Expected value around 2457. Okay. So 2457 plus 600 would be 3057. So hopefully we get this before 3057. Friday you found 2 Batman DVDs that you didn't have. The very old Batman show before Adam West. Whoa, that is super old. I don't even know the Batman show before Adam West. I become Avatar the Last Charbender. I like it. Charmander, Charbender. No, it's a good one. It's a good one. So, Razzie, early on in the stream, as you would imagine, at that early time, we had a lot of people from Europe in here. And I mentioned watching Eurovision yesterday. And holy smokes, Razzie, I had no idea that Eurovision was such a controversial topic. Holy smokes. I asked if anybody watched Eurovision, and then I got like 5 minutes worth of just absolute hatred towards Eurovision because of things that have happened in the past. We reached the light goal, my goodness gracious. Can we get a light goal of 50? Thank you, Transition Maker. Put that up. I think we can hit 50 by the end of the stream if we try really hard. I thought it was just a fun little singing competition. Apparently it's not. Characters look so different from the comic. In the comic, just ruining your experience. I'm sorry, Gina. Maybe you should have read it before you watched it. Very political and controversial. Just try and enjoy the music. I'm very happy for Sarah. Same here. Same here. I was just happy to be a part of it. I was happy to try something new that I've never had any experience with. But my lord, I learned my lesson. I'm never bringing up Eurovision on stream again. After now. Yeah, poor me. And like, thankfully, like it's not like I got roasted, but like it wasn't directed towards me because everyone here is very nice. But it was so heated. I felt bad for even bringing it up. All right, come on, Shiny. I really thought we had a good chance today of getting this. But John Strecker still thinks it's going to be a buzzer beater. We'll find out. No Hefty tomorrow. Sorry, Jerry. I mean, there'll be Hefty on other streams, hanging out, having the fun. Here's your lore for your profile pic. It's simple. You drew this because you want to make a card game. It is Catch-Up #1 in the Book of Catch-Up. Ah, I see. Interesting. Just hit you. I'm sorry. I mean, Jerry, if you want, I will tomorrow. I will like stream in Discord in a DM, and you can it'll just be you and me. We'll get a private showing. No, no Hefty tomorrow. Back to work tomorrow. Episode 1. You play Namor Marvel Rivals, but you have no idea who it is. I'm Hefty. Let me tell you about your favorite Marvel Rivals, hero shows, comics, fun facts, connections, and fun. Yeah. It's a work in progress. I already know, Razzie. I already know what the first video is going to be. I've already decided upon it. I've been collecting images and stuff for it. It's just with my mom in last week, I had like no time to work on it. Also, I'm lazy. But those videos will happen. It's always a good day when Hefty streams. Well, thank you. That's nice to hear. But yeah, the first video has been decided. I've been collecting items that I need for the video. I just gotta put it together. Dang it, not shiny. Oh, thank you, Razzie. All right, I think this is gonna be the last check on the Switch. You miss Hefty versus Polar Bear? Nobody misses that. That's a lie. No one even remembers what you're talking about. That never happened. I almost made it the entire stream without dropping the controller. I literally dropped the controller on the last check. Got the final back ready for the written final. 95 out of 100. Let's go, Jerry. Good job, bud. I'm proud of you. Putting down the fridge, you better. All right, as we do these last two checks, I do have some thank yous to make. First off, thank you to King Aurelius for that incredible raid earlier. Thank you so much. And thank you to the new subs that came from it. I see we're at 2097. We blew our sub goal out of the water today. Also, thank you to Shinies for the 28 months of membership, Gina for the 8 months, and John Strecker for the 14 months. You guys are incredible. And also, thanks to all of you that are here hanging out with me. like Mirandry coming in for the last check. Thank you all so much for keeping me company this morning. All right, let's do this last check. See if we get that buzzer beater that John promised me. Otherwise, he owes me 20 bucks. Is it shiny? It is not. That means we will go again next Saturday. This thing has to shine soon. And then the Ultra Sun Nuzlocke will be after that. But thank you so much for keeping me company today. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Enjoy the week. Do all the great things. And remember, do something nice for someone today just because it's the right thing to do. So about 1/819 chance for every 2 full odds checks and 1 boosted check, so encounter rates 24.58. Thank you. That's where the 819 came from. Thank you, Kim. But guys, thank you so much. Do something nice for someone today. Yada yada yada. Right thing to do. And bye-bye.